Preeclampsia. Preeclampsia is a type of hypertensive disorder that occurs during pregnancy. It's a condition during where there is a sudden rise in blood pressure and protein in urine during pregnancy or after delivery. Majority of preeclampsia disorders are diagnosed after 34 weeks gestation and within 48 hours of delivery. It may be seen as early as 20 weeks gestation and up to 6 weeks post delivery. Preeclampsia affects roughly 5% of pregnancies and is the most common complication to occur during pregnancy. If the preeclampsia remains untreated, it can turn into a potentially life threatening condition called eclampsia, in which the mother can experience convulsions which can lead to coma and death. Causes. The exact causes of preeclampsia are not known, but most experts say that there is a problem with the development of blood vessels in the placenta because the blood vessels that supply it are narrower than normal due to various reasons. Hence, blood flow is limited. Other causes include abnormal maternal immune response to the developing placenta, endothelial cell damage and inflammation, genetic factors, autoimmune disorders. Risk factors for preeclampsia include a wide variety of factors such as history of preeclampsia in prior pregnancies or family history, first pregnancy or priming gravida, young mothers, early age pregnancy, late pregnancy over the age of 35, pregnancy gap more than 10 years, history of high blood pressure, kidney disease or diabetes, pregnancies with multiple fetuses, and obesity. Symptoms of preeclampsia. It's important to remember that initially you might not notice any symptoms of preeclampsia. If you do develop symptoms, some common ones include high blood pressure greater than 140 over 90 millimeters of mercury with or without protein in the urine. In the majority of cases, the woman will not be aware of these two signs and will only find out when a doctor observes her during an antenatal visit. As the preeclampsia progresses, the woman may experience fluid retention with swelling in the hands, feet, ankles, and face. Later on, the following signs and symptoms may develop. Fluid can start to accumulate in the lungs, leading to difficulty breathing, sudden weight gain, headaches, vision changes, hyperreflexia, upper abdominal pain, and increase in liver enzymes, decrease in platelets in the blood. Preeclampsia mainly affects the kidney, liver, platelets, and brain and lungs. Severe preeclampsia may cause changes in the fetal heart rate that indicate distress, abdominal pain, seizures, kidney or liver impairment, fluid retention in the lungs. You should see your doctor if you notice any abnormal signs or symptoms during your pregnancy. Preeclampsia can occur in some women after delivery, so educate to watch for vision changes, headaches, swelling, shortness of breath, etc. Swelling is a common part of pregnancy, especially during the third trimester, and tends to occur in the ankles and feet. Symptoms are typically milder first thing in the morning and build up during the day. This is not preeclampsia, in which edema occurs suddenly and tends to be much more severe. However, complications from preeclampsia are extremely rare if the mother attends her prenatal appointments. Diagnosis. Blood pressure measurement. At every prenatal visit, a woman will have her blood pressure measured. With preeclampsia, the blood pressure is usually normal at the beginning of the pregnancy, but around 20 weeks gestation, it starts to elevate. If the blood pressure is above 140 over 90 millimeters of mercury, it's considered as hypertension, but there must be two separate readings that are at least 4 to 6 hours apart. Severe preeclampsia occurs when a pregnant woman has systolic blood pressure of 160 millimeters of mercury or higher, or diastolic blood pressure of 110 millimeters of mercury or higher on two occasions at least 4 hours apart while the patient is on bed rest. Urine sample. At every prenatal visit, a woman will have her urine assessed for protein and glucose. Proteinuria monitoring. Check urine for protein at every prenatal visit. Urine samples are collected over 12 hours or more, and the amount of protein is assessed. Urine with 5 or more grams of protein in a 24-hour specimen or 3 or more grams of protein on two random urine samples collected at least 4 hours apart. The doctor may also order further diagnostic blood tests to assess how well the kidneys and the liver are functioning. Non-stress test to monitor the fetus. A non-stress test measures how the fetal heart rate changes as the fetus moves. An ultrasound may also be done to check fluid levels and the health of the fetus. Treatment for preeclampsia. It's very important every pregnant woman is monitored for preeclampsia so it can be managed, which can help with the prevention of eclampsia in most cases. The recommended treatment for preeclampsia during pregnancy is delivery of the baby. Delivery of the baby and placenta should resolve the condition. In some cases, especially if the preeclampsia started early, delivery may not be the best option for the fetus. If you are at week 37 or later, your doctor may induce labor. If you have preeclampsia prior to 37 weeks, your doctor will consider both your and your baby's health in deciding the timing for your delivery. Bed rest. If the symptoms are mild, your doctor may advise you to rest in bed. Some women are advised to just lie down in bed and only sit up or stand when they have to. Blood pressure and urine tests will be carried out regularly. The baby will also be monitored closely. In some cases, the following medications may be recommended: antihypertensives to lower blood pressure. They must be used with caution on a pregnant woman because blood flow must be maintained to the placenta and baby. Anticonvulsants. These drugs are used in severe cases to prevent a seizure. Corticosteroids to help improve platelet and liver functioning. Protein-rich diet and restrict salt intake. Your doctor may want to admit you to the hospital for more thorough monitoring. Treatments after delivery. Once the baby is delivered, most women will have normal blood pressure reading 48 hours after delivery, and liver and kidney function return to normal within a few months. In rare cases, a woman may experience high blood pressure after giving birth. This can occur between a few days and a few weeks after having the baby. For this reason, close follow-up care with your doctor and regular blood pressure checks are important even after delivery of your baby. Prevention. While preeclampsia cannot be fully prevented, there are a number of steps a woman can take to prevent it. Monitoring blood pressure for hypertension at every prenatal visit and educate mother to monitor at home. Edema monitoring. Weight gain of 2 pounds or more in a week and daily monitoring weight. Monitor breathing. Side lying position. Sleeping sideways can help prevent preeclampsia. Since the kidneys control the body's blood pressure, normal blood flow is important to maintain. When a pregnant woman sleeps on her back, the weight of the pregnancy can obstruct blood flow leaving the kidneys. The following steps can help maintain healthy blood pressure and reduce the risk of preeclampsia. Resting. Resting helps bring the blood pressure down, which in turn increases the flow of blood to the placenta, which benefits the baby. Keeping the feet elevated. Drinking at least 8 glasses of water per day. Avoiding fried or processed food. Avoiding added salt from the diet. Regular exercise, restricting alcohol and caffeine intake, taking medications and supplements as prescribed by the doctor. Complications. Complications are rare if the woman goes to antenatal appointments. However, if the condition is not diagnosed for some reason, the risks are considerably greater. The following complications may develop from preeclampsia. It can be life-threatening for both mother and child if left untreated. Bleeding problems due to low platelet levels, placental abruption, liver dysfunction, kidney failure, stroke, pulmonary edema, HELLP syndrome, fetal distress or stillbirth, eclampsia. Complications for the baby can also occur because in most severe cases preterm delivery may be required, which may then expose the baby to the complications of prematurity such as underdeveloped organs, breathing difficulties, jaundice, anemia, a lowered immune system, etc. Preeclampsia can have some long-term consequences for the developing baby. During pregnancy, it's important to keep the mother and baby as healthy as possible. This includes eating a healthy diet, taking prenatal supplements, and going for regular prenatal care checkups. But even with proper care, preeclampsia can sometimes occur during pregnancy or after delivery. This can be dangerous for both mother and the baby. If you are worried you are at risk of developing preeclampsia, please be sure to consult your doctor immediately. Thank you.